Okay, we're here to mix up some resin. I'll work on these two molds. I'm going to use Pinata Rainforest Green, Cast in Craft White, Crafter's Choice Super Sparkle Rose Gold Mica, and the Cast in Craft White will also be mixed with Crafter's Choice Super Sparkle White Diamonds Mica Powder. I used this in my white for the table I resined a while back. I can link to that video below if you want to see that. That was quite a project. I had a fun time doing that. I'm also going to mix together some crushed multicolored glass and some chunky sparkles and make a paste out of that. That will probably go in the middle. It will go in the middle. No probably about it. So I'll have green, white, gold, and the fourth color will be clear, and then I'll have a paste with the chunky stuff that I'm just going to put in the middle of each coaster. We're just going to give this a try. No pressure. Not even sure it's going to work out. So far my luck with resin coasters hasn't been nearly as great as I was hoping it would be. Anyway, as you know, once I put my gear on, I won't be talking anymore. I will either put text on the screen or do a voiceover, but voiceovers are tricky for me, so I'll just probably do text on the screen. Or you can just watch. I mean, it's pretty clear what I'm doing, I think, and you can always ask questions down in the comment section. Oh, and the reason I have this here is if I have any leftover resin whatsoever, I add it to this mold. It's already got some leftover resin in it from previous projects, and I just keep adding to it until I have a completed coaster there, which will look like a Frankenstein's monster sort of thing, but that's okay. All right, getting in gear now. Hey everybody, we're back. Let's see how our coasters turned out. I actually think this is pretty cool. I don't know what I was going for exactly. And I know these don't look like geodes. These were just fancy coasters. I wanted to play. I just got these coaster sets in and I thought it would be fun to do some first attempts with them, using lots of shiny sparkly stuff. I really was hoping for green. You saw me adding more color to what was supposed to be the cup of green resin. This is the greenest green I have, and I'm sorry, this is blue. Anybody who says this is green is nuts. But it is pretty. And the one thing I think is interesting is that white seems to have sort of disappeared. Not completely, it dissipated. You can still see a little bit down here. And I think this turned out really pretty. Here's what the other side looks like. So you can see a little bit more of the white along the edges. Very pretty. I'm very pleased with these. If you want to see, just for comparison, this was my Frankenstein's monster leftover coaster, and I mean the white is very obvious. In this case I didn't blast it with a heat gun except just a little bit to pop some bubbles, but I didn't make it move around like I did with these coasters. So here's the other one. Let's take this out. See how I don't know if you can see the resin when it contracts a little bit as it cures, so this has a very sharp lip. One way to deal with that is to leave it in the mold and then pour another coat of clear over the top that will then take away the sharp edges. It'll fill in, basically adding another layer, and the edges won't be sharp anymore. Or I could sand down the edges using a fine grit wet sanding process and then put a coat of resin over it. Oh, there we go. So this is how this one turned. This is the side we worked on. My great idea for making that chunky glitter paste for the middle. I should not have probably used those little gold rounds. They tended to float. Again, I still think it's beautiful. I'm happy with how these turned out. I love the rose gold sparkle mica. I think that turned out really splendid as an outer edge. Okay, so here are the sides we worked on, and here are the other sides. And honestly, either side would be great to have facing up as a coaster, visible for all. I have some clear plastic little bumpers that I would put, 3 of them, and then it would be safe for any coffee table, any wood table. So there they are. Yay! Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've made any of these, what you would like to see me try next with these molds. They're really cool. I have 2 other molds. So this was one of the molds we used for these, and then this is what the other 2 molds are like. So we can try these next. Thank you for joining me on this video. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you in the next video.